So it won't be like as loud and like killing my eyes.
Cut my life into pieces.
Okay. Don't care about any of that. I don't know if you've ever seen anything about this game, Mikey. I watched Markiplier play it like a long time ago. I don't remember anything about it. But I remember I really liked it. And it was on sale for like $10 a little while ago, so I bought it. So that's why we're playing
I've literally never heard of this game before in my entire life.
Okay. I really like it. It's a really cute game. It's an indie game. Welcome to Bad End Theater. On this stage, we shall be toying with fate. Kuro, go away! My cat, everyone. Wait. I yeet him over.
Pussy on stream.
Stay over there. Okay? I know you want to cuddle, but like, bro, I'm streaming. You'll make many choices, unlocking darker and darker paths, all in order to witness a lovely variety of tragic events. But first, allow me to explain how it works.
Oh, isn't that just lovely?
To begin the tutorial, select whichever doll you like.
Satan, 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 Satan.
You control the fierce demon doll. You're a fierce-looking guy, just minding your own business. How will you interact with the
Fierce
human doll?
as in slay.
Attack it or play nice.
Play nice with Satan.
You tried to make friends with the human doll, but it killed you in cold blood. How ruthless! You found your very first bad ending, but don't worry, the story need not end here. Let's reset the stage and try again. This time you can try to controlling the other doll. Control the human doll, you're a friendly little guy, just mind your own business. How will you interact with the demon doll?
Play nice, play nice, play
You and
nice.
the demon doll are able to set aside your differences and become friends. Why? This isn't a bad ending at all. I should have written only this possibility. It's just not suited to my theater whatsoever. Now that you know how the story goes, you can set the doll's behavior in advance. Or, as you just saw, these behaviors will automatically be set to what you choose during your last playthrough. But now you can turn each one on or off without having to replay from the doll's perspective. Yes, my theater actually doubles as a puzzle game. Now try turning
This
the doll's
reminds me of a
behaviors
puzzle.
on and off to see the different outcomes. Oh, calm down.
Wait, calm down.
You chose human doll, you're a friendly little guy. Play nice. Okay, play nice is the same. I'm done. I understand enough. You understand how to play? Yeah, I get enough.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, this game saves your progress automatically. This is only a 2-hour game, by the way, apparently. So, like, we should be able to get done within 2 hours. So just
So
relax.
it should only take you like 3 streams.
Just relax and collect all the bad endings at your own pace. Now, without further ado, let's start the show! Okay.
Hero, maiden, underling, cool overlord.
Who should we start with?
The cool overlord.
Mommy? You are the overworld. You live in a castle surrounded by your demon servants. It's a pretty cushy life, you think. Except for those
It's a pretty crusty life, you think?
Except for those pesky humans who keep killing members of your army. There's even a role called Hero whose whole purpose in life is to just dethrone you. What's their deal anyway? No, my god, I can't speak. I need water, oh my gosh. You've actively avoided pissing off the humans in hopes they'll leave you alone and your army alone, but they never do. You're still new to this whole overload thing, if you're being quite honest with yourself. You don't really understand the politics of it. But you remind yourself everyone's just doing their best to fulfill their roles. You won't let them bait you into being the evil overlord they expect. You think you're pretty cool and mature to hold yourself to the higher standard like that. One of your underlings walks into your room, totally interrupting your thoughts about how awesome you are. They're saying something about
He's about to ask you out.
They're saying something about how boring it is to stand in one place guarding the castle all the time, especially since no one ever comes in here anyway. You see their point, but the way they're whining about it kind of bothers you. What to do with this underling? Time to get back to work or grant them the day off?
Boil him in soup.
Tell them to get back to work. You give them a lecture about responsibility and unquestioning obedience. Your servants ought to do what they're told, whether they like it or not. They look really unhappy with you, but you're sure they'll thank you later for this later. Venturing too far from the castle tends to spell death. You dismiss the underling and lie down in your nice and comfy overlord bed. All the lecturing made you want to take a nap. You fall asleep pretty quick, just another one of your amazing talents as the overlord. You awake to a huge commotion outside. A hero has shown up and they're totally murdering your soldiers. What the hell, guy? You rush out to the battlefield to confront this jerkwad. You curse at him and very rudely inquire his reasons for doing all this. Hero yells at you, demanding you return the maiden you're holding captive. You don't know what he's talking about, but you can't forgive his actions. You do battle with the hero, but he has grown strong from cutting down your army. You are unable to defeat him. With scythe swings, he stabs you and cuts you to pieces. You fall. You have failed your subjects. You spit curses weakly. You wish you'd been stronger. Maybe you never suited to be the overlord in the first place. The truth was, you were never that much more powerful than demons who served you. It was the title, the control that gave you strength. These are your thoughts as you are swallowed by darkness.
Kingdom Hearts?
Overlord end. Who next?
Yeah, women! Woo!
Women! You are a maiden. You live in a peaceful village next to a spooky demon overlord's castle. You are told that you are fated to be captured by the overlord one day because you are a beautiful young girl. Demon overlords apparently love capturing those.
A win for lesbianism?
You think of how you haven't heard of that actually happening to anyone, but maybe the demons just haven't been given the opportunity? Who knows? You're at church, you pray to your god, asking why you have been born into this role of maiden. You respect the divine plan and all, but you're really just curious as to what the point of it is. You are impatient. Being a demon actually sounds pretty gosh darn exciting. Maybe you'd understand your role better if you were to just hurry up and get captured already. Leave a note and venture forward to find a demon. Just to, see what happens. Not long into your little adventure, a demon underling appears before you. It looks pretty scary. Shout for a hero to come save you.
Introduce yourself.
You tell the demon your name and explain that you're a maiden from the village. The demon suddenly jumps you and starts biting. A lot! How painful! The pain of yours was completely stupid, you think. Why couldn't you have been more patient? Why did you go looking for trouble? You're angry or anything, of course. This was all your fault for trusting a demon not to devour you on sight. This is your punishment for questioning fate, you guess. Bit by bit, you are swallowed by a demon until you are no more. And soon maiden end. Reset the stage. Underling or hero?
Let's the underling and not eat the maiden.
You are a demon underling in service of the Overlord. You are particularly strong, but not particularly weak either. That's what your friends tell you. Your job is to guard the castle and keep humans away. It's unbearably boring. Heroes rarely come all the way here to challenge the Overlord anyway. Oh, go away.
No, I will not.
It's a lot of standing in one place, staring into nothing. Feel like you're going to go crazy if you don't get a break. You decide to ask the Overlord for a day off. She gives you an earful about responsibility and questioning obedience, and you wait for her to finish her lecture before returning to your post. What does she know about anything? Who made her the boss of everyone? You complain about the Overlord to your friends. They agree that she is kind of a snob and totally deserves to be kicked off her throne. You only wanted to vent your frustrations, but the conversation somehow turned to an assassination plot. You should probably steer this in the responsible direction. Let's overthrow her. Let's not!
Let's not.
You tell your friends you were totally not serious about the whole thing. You're actually cool with the status quo. After all, life must be pretty dang good if the only thing you have to complain about is that you live so comfortably there's nothing to do. The others nod, but don't seem convinced. You say a coup d'etat would be more effort than it's worth. But you're still gonna be a rebel and sneak out of the castle. Your friends praise your mischievous ways. The change of atmosphere excites you. You spend some time rolling around the grass, wild and free. As you make your way along the path to a nearby human village, you encounter a maiden. She great juice and says she has a favor to ask. Consider your options. Gobble her up.
Hero.
You're in a good mood today, and are rather curious about what the maiden has to say. Humans don't usually talk to you, so this is kind of exciting. You hadn't guessed it would be even possible to understand each other before now. The maiden is going on and on about some kind of destiny she's trying to fulfill. Bottom line, from what you gather, is that she wants you to take her to the Overlord. Sounds like it could be interesting. Besides, you have nothing better to do. Satisfied with your day out, you take the maiden back to the castle and present her to the Overlord. The Overlord asks where you found this maiden, knowing full well that you left the castle when you weren't supposed to. You apologize for disobeying her, but hope that the maiden isn't interesting enough present that you may be forgiven. The Overlord nods and says everything's cool as long as you always listen to her from now on. You're impressed with what an easygoing boss she is. You imagine how you can't believe you and your friends even considered overthrowing her. She gives you a look and you say, that was just a joke, of course. She smiles and dismisses you. You decide it's about time for a nap. A good ending. After a few hours of sleep,
Ending yet.
you're really awakened by the sounds of battle. You emerge from your room to find that a hero has slaughtered many of your friends and work associates. What a jerk! Avenge your fallen comrades. Dead.
Save yourself.
Save yourself. You look around the lifeless forms of those you've known as far back as you can remember. You feel glad to not be in their shoes. You also feel guilty to be thinking that as you flee the castle until you remember your role, not as an underling, but as a demon. Oh, whoops. No. There you go. I didn't mean to do
This
that.
kind of thing's expected of you.
Maybe you'll start a new life, far away from any humans or demons, where you'll live peacefully alone in some deep dark forest somewhere. Dessert or underling ending.
Dessert.
Alright. Hero.
Maybe now if you try the maiden again, now that the... Well, okay.
I'm gonna go through all of them once, and then I'll start selecting the things to change what their personalities are like. You're the hero. You like to think of yourself as a pretty reliable and swell guy. Your life has been
What a
rather
swell guy!
ordinary, aside from the occasional heroic adventures fighting evil monsters and whatnot. You're told a maid from your village has been kidnapped and is likely being held captive at the nearby demon overlord's castle. Who even puts a village right next to where an entire demon army hangs out? You just don't get it. You're happy to protect the townspeople, though. You were born to play this role. Literally. You head off on your adventure to rescue the maiden. But demon soldiers block your path. You kill them to gain experience. Bravely slaughtered evil creatures, flee like a coward.
Brave.
Brave. You make quick work of the vile creatures who stood in your way. You feel stronger now. After a long trek, you make it to the castle's front gates. You are faced with an army of demons that all look very intimidating. There's no way to sneak past these demons if you want to reach the Overlord. Cut them down! Ask them to let you in. Cut through the demon army! You gather your courage. This is what must be done in order to rescue the maiden. These are all evil demons anyway. The world is much safer with them gone. That's what you tell yourself while you kill one after another on your way to the Overlord's chambers. You find the maiden being held captive by the Overlord, just as you suspected. For some reason, you can't sense anything sinister happening. You all look at each other in surprise and confusion. There's no time to hesitate. Destroy the demon lord.
Ask the maiden what's going on.
Ask the maiden what's going on. She explains that she came here on her own and was never in any danger. She instantly asks why you're covered in blood. You don't know how to respond. The Overlord moves past you and out the door to see her army in lifeless, bloody, what was it, pits or something? I can't remember yet. She's wailing. It's horrible. This is your chance, hero.
Only there's a backlog button.
It's all just a big misunderstanding.
This is all just a big misunderstanding.
You hope she'll let this whole thing slide if you could just explain yourself. You really tried, but the Overlord is inconsolable. She tears you apart, and the maiden watches in silence. As you die, can't help but think you probably deserve this. Tragic hero end. Reset the
Sure, that
stage.
qualifies as a tragedy.
Okay. Let's try this. We'll have him be heroic, him be disloyal, tyrant, her not be polite. What happens? Actually, who should I play as then?
I was saying plays the maiden now that the underling won't eat you.
Let's keep her polite then. Doesn't really matter if I am her though.
Yeah, I was about to say I don't think it should matter for the character you're playing as.
You tell them that you were thinking maybe you could understand your role better if you were to hurry up and get taken away by a demon already. It doesn't seem to have really been listening to you, which is a little irritating. They agree to take you to their master nonetheless. After a long walk to the castle, you're introduced to the Overlord. She lectures the underling that brought you here, who was apparently told not to leave in their posts. You wonder what cruel punishment awaits them. But to your surprise, she lets them off easy. The underling is dismissed, and the Overlord turns to you, looking very interested. You explain why you come, and she squints at you. Oh, why are we disconnecting? Wi-Fi, where are you gone?
Well, now nothing we say matters, so you might as well start singing.
Nothing really matters. I'll wait for a second to see if it reconnects on its own. There you go. I love my Wi-Fi. And you know, no one will fix it. Okay. You explain why you come, and she squints at you. It turns out that she never had any plans to capture maidens or to do anything else that would agitate the humans. I wonder for a moment if she might be lying, but it doesn't really seem like it. Still, this doesn't make any sense to you. You've always been told that demons would one day seek you out, and something awful would happen, and the hero will come to your rescue. You don't want to believe you've been lied to all along. Maybe it's just that you haven't been maiden-like enough. You ask Overlord what you should do to be a more suitable maiden, but she doesn't seem to understand. Just go home and stop worrying about destiny so much. She makes it sound so simple. This Overlord seems the complete opposite to you. You want to learn more about her and how she thinks. You insist on staying to talk with her more. The Overlord shares many stories about demons with you. Little by little, you realize you might not be the ruthless monsters you were raised to believe. It turns out, she commanded her demons to avoid towns and villages. She didn't want to risk giving the humans any excuse to send a hero out after them. You realize that must be why you've never heard of any demons attacking your town. You express your gratitude to Overlord on behalf of your village. She says you can thank her by telling the humans to stop raising heroes. She's tired of her servants getting killed off by them. I always thought demons were violent and unreasonable creatures, but it seems the Overlord could say the same about humans. Maybe different, but really, they're just trying to live their lives the same as you. You feel like you're starting to understand things a lot better. But maybe everything I've said was to deceive you and the other humans. What would you do if I turned out to be super evil all along? Even if she were to capture you, you think this place is far more interesting than the way things are back home. You kind of like not being told to expect demons to come after you all the time. You feel free. Honestly, you've always kept to yourself, but spending time with the Overlord has been very nice. You feel butterflies in your stomach. Lesbians? As you think that hero enters the room. Hero suddenly dashes towards the Overlord, sword drawn. Protect her? Obviously.
Protect her.
You selflessly throw yourself in front of the hero's blade, acting as a shield. It's funny you think. Never could have imagined this would be the way that you die. The roles are all switched around, but it feels right to you somehow. You're glad your destiny turned out to be saving someone rather than being saved yourself. As your vision fades, hope that everything turns out alright for your new friend. Sacrifice. Okay, what about if we do that again, but we chose the other option? Oh my goodness, there's some. We're getting more. She's the only one that doesn't have a new one yet.
Menu?
What?
In the bottom right corner.
In the bottom right corner. Menu?
The menu button.
Where are we going? Menu. What?
Skip app choices.
No, didn't mean to. Okay, anyway.
Maybe try hero again. And like don't slaughter this time.
Yeah. Keep her polite. Keep him. I don't know if we want to keep him this. Okay, I'll just do it normal. We're just gonna not have anyone more, keep her polite, not have anything on these guys. Flee like a coward. Bringing your pride, you escape with your life. But you can't return home now. Your reputation will be ruined. You wonder how you'll ever be able to rescue the maiden all on your own if you can't even fight some lousy demon underlings. You take your chance at the castle. You're a hero after all. This is your job. Watch out, you make it to the castle. Ask them to let you in. You go up to the nearest demon and ask why you and explain why you come here. Oh my god, why am I disconnected again? That's crazy.
Damn it, Roger.
They stare you down and you feel very uncomfortable. I'll just wait till it reconnects. Ah, so much fun. I love it when it does this. Reconnection is successful. And still, most of the frames are gone. Bro, this is crazy.
I see you.
Okay, I just
And
switched
now...
around.
Okay.
Yeah, I just switched around. I just tried resetting the connection to see if it's gonna be better.
Cool.
A little better. Okay. But they seem to trust you. They escort you directly to Overlord's chambers. That was easy. The Overlord main seemed to be in the middle of some casual conversation when you barge in. You all look at each other in surprised confusion. There's no time to hesitate. Ask the main what's going on. May explains that she was never actually captured. We already did this. That was a pretty dangerous thing of her to do, but no one got hurt, so at least there's that. You asked her to return to your town with you to reassure everyone of her safety. Whoever allows the two of you to leave, and you casually exit the castle. Try to make conversation with Maiden, but she's been pretty quiet since leaving the Overlord's room. Is she shy? She suddenly stops in her tracks, and you turn your head to ask what her deal is. Oh, the Overlord Castle is engulfed in flames. Can't help but feel relieved you got the maiden out of there when you did, but she suddenly takes off towards the burning castle. Panics us and you follow to try and stop her. Smoke is so thick, you've already lost sight of her. What is she thinking? It's too dangerous to continue. You feel hopeless. You stand alone in the castle gates. Your body won't allow you to take another step forward. No. Going in there will be suicide. Return to villagers and tell them that there was nothing you could do. You're too late. The maiden was claimed by the demons. Bystander hero ends. B. Okay, so now I have 3 things. Okay.
I wonder how long those lists are gonna get.
I think 3 is probably it. It looks like there's only enough room for 3. Prefers not
Will 3 each be enough for 41 combinations?
True. Okay, let's do disloyal. Murder. Let's try that. You tell them to take a break from the stifling castle atmosphere and refresh their dark soul. Day off should be fine every once in a while. They thank you and happily scurry off to do who knows what. You have nothing better to do, so you decide to nap for a little while. You wait to knock on your door. The underling from earlier brought back some company. It's a maid from the nearby human village. She says her role is to be captured by you. The maid then goes on to say she's been getting very impatient thinking about her impending capture, so she's come here to speed things along. Appreciate her honesty, but regret to inform her that you never had any plans to capture any humans. She's very disappointed by this. Perhaps I'm not performing my role well enough? How can I become more maiden-like? You don't really understand the question. You think this world puts way too much focus on destiny and junk. Just go home and stop worrying about it, you tell her. Maiden seems to be having a hard time wrapping her head around this. She insists that she stay and talk to you more. You feel warm inside.
I vibe with this Overlord a lot.
This is the first time a human has looked at you without contempt. You wonder what to say. Tell her she better go home. Let her stay for a while. I get a new thing from telling her to better go home, so. You love to have all of the conversation in the world with your new friend, but having a human girl here will definitely cause trouble. Put on your mean face and tell her to get lost. But the maid turns out to be very stubborn. You don't want to hurt her, but you also really want her to leave in case something bad happens. The whole situation is just asking for trouble, you think. Against your better judgment, you let her hang out for a little while longer. You enjoy a nice long chat with her, sharing stories about your kind. She expresses her surprise that demons are not at all what she expected them to be. You're glad that she seems to have an open mind about these kinds of things. You also bring up how you always instruct your army to avoid humans, as not to agitate them and get heroes sent out after you. That explains why the people in my village have been left unharmed. It's because of your orders, isn't it? We are very grateful. You're surprised to hear her thank you. I've always thought of humans to be violent and unreasonable. That's why your servants are always getting killed despite your efforts to leave them alone. But this maid is different. You joke that maybe you've been lying to her this whole time and that you're actually super evil all along. The maid laughs at that, saying she wouldn't mind being held captive here. The people in her village are a little exhausting at times, she says. You can't tell if she's into you or not. Gay! Lesbians! You're entered by another human in your doorway. This time it's a hero. He was apparently searching for the maiden, who was rumored to have been captured by your kind. Captured? Not at all. I don't want to meet with the Overlord. Did anyone read the note I left behind? After everything is explained, the hero expresses his relief that this whole misunderstanding hadn't led to any horrible consequences. May apologized for causing trouble, and the hero asked her to return to the village with him. Confusing feelings well up inside your heart. You're surprised that you have one of those to begin with. You don't want the hero to take this maiden away from you. Possessive? Yeah? The maiden came here to be captured by you, didn't she? You'll grant her wish. Tell the hero you won't let him take her home. But he assures you she'll be back, but you don't budge. The hero is cautious now. If you won't let her go, maybe you demons are evil after all. If you are, I'll be forced to vanquish you. You have no choice. You destroy the hero before he can steal your maiden away. She's frightened. You don't understand why. Didn't you say she prefers this place to her village? Now she doesn't have to leave. You take a step towards the maiden, and she backs herself into a corner. You don't understand. Something sharp pierces your back. The hero? No, he's already... It's one of your underlings. The maiden screams. Servant tackles you, tearing you apart with their claws. You struggle to retaliate. You've done too much damage. They've done too much damage. You can barely move now. Your blood's everywhere. You can't believe this has happened to you. Why has this happened to you? You've been slain by your own underling. Betrayed Overlord. And B. Okay.
A bee?
What if I don't make him disloyal? I do love the pictures though, they're so cute.
Very cute game,
It is
despite
very
all the
cute.
murder and death in it.
Shh. Okay, if I keep her here this time, do the same thing. Kill the hero. Don't understand. You'll be sure to keep this maiden very safe from now on. Okay, that's the only end. We don't... Okay.
Selfish Overlord.
But okay, if I let them go this time. You're certain that she'll return to spend more time with you. You just have to trust in her, you sigh. When the hero being gone, you're plopped down to your comfortable, luxurious Overlord bed. Your room feels so empty now. Is this loneliness? I hope your new friend will come back soon. Close your eyes for a while.
Friend.
Until your door slams shut. Before you know, everything around you is being engulfed by flames. What's going on? You try to escape, but something's blocking the door. You're having trouble forcing it open. What is this? Someone didn't want you getting out. Are you being usurped? Usurped?
Usurped.
Usurped?
Correct.
Usurped. They have zero foresight. What castle will they rule from if this one burns? I don't want to believe that your underlings have betrayed you, but this is no accident. Those ungrateful bastards! You chuck on the thick black smoke from the fire. Can't believe you're being done in by a bunch of cowards! You'll see them in hell. Okay, burned Overlord then. I have more options. Okay, let's tell them to go back to work this time. You told the underlings to direct. You thought you told the underlings to do their job, not drag stranger into your room. Looks like they took authorized break from castle. You scolded them, but ultimately you're a little interested in the guests, so you let them off easy. Underlings not so bad. Okay, yeah, I think this is the same. You let her stay for a while. You can't bring yourself to send the maid away. She just got here. Okay, is this change if I say let them go? No, okay. Very good. Okay, if I make him disloyal this time. If I'm tyrant. Okay. You almost fallen asleep when the maiden and hero burst into your room, frantically trying to communicate something to you. You're told that a group of demons is planning to assassinate you. Not surprised. How nice of the humans to care, though. One of your underlings barges in next, shouting that the humans are liars. They're followed by another group of demons, crying that everything was the first underling's plan. Everyone's shouting over each other now, and it's very annoying. You yell for all of them to shut their traps. You have no doubt that your servants will let their ambition cloud their judgment and lead them to try to take your throne. Regardless of who led this conspiracy, I have no choice but to punish everyone to keep you all in your place, crushed beneath my heel. Saying that made you feel very overlord-like. You aren't sure if you have the strength to back it up, though. Lately, all you do is sleep. A group of demons start muttering something about going back to Plan A and suddenly slam your door shut. You, the main, the hero, and one of your underlings are trapped inside. In an instant, the whole room is in flames! The underling pounds at the door, cursing at their friends for betraying them. Hero pounds the door as well, vowing to slay the cowardly demons on the other side. So this is how you'll die, burned alive in your own room by those you thought you could trust. You should have expected this from a bunch of idiot demons, though. You notice the main crying. Why does she have to die over something that has nothing to do with her? Perhaps she was cursed from the moment she spoke to you. I wonder if you're cursed as well. You're so filled with anger and frustration, you don't even notice that you've grabbed the underling those traitors blamed everything on. They cry for mercy, saying that they were dragged into the plot knowing they'd be killed if they took your side. They cried that they didn't want to have to kill you. You almost feel sorry for them.
Almost. Forgive them.
Forgive them. You release the underling. Killing them wouldn't make you feel any better. Besides, they've already gotten their punishment. You'll all burn together. Overlord's true end. Before you're taken back to the reset story once again, you pause for a moment. True end, you say to yourself. What's the point of all my effort if the true ending is this terrible? You must have forgotten where you were. This is Bad End Theater. Is the pain setting in? Oh, but you should have been well aware of what you'd be shown when you entered this place. It's a problem I've seen quite often. At some point, you grew attached to my little cast. You started to relate to their flaws, their plights, started wishing for their happiness. But you're not going to find that here in my theater, my lovingly crafted labyrinth of suffering. Anyway, I hope you'll pardon the interruption. You are making great progress. Choice to continue on to the next ending is always... Why am I disconnected again? Is always yours.
It's part of the bad end.
Oh my god. So annoying. Wait for it to reset. Reconnection success. I'll leave you to it, dear guest. Okay, let's take retribution this time. You pierce their chest with your claws, they scream. Leader backs away. He is wise not to interfere. They stop moving, but you keep digging and twisting your claws into them. Doesn't make you feel any better. No one's corpse burns along with you and the two humans. Spiteful Overlord then.
Spiteful.
Reset the stage. Okay. Very good. Very good.
Okay, so 3 isn't the cap.
4, hopefully. Okay, let's try. He's gonna be very angry. She's gonna be playing harder. We'll keep him disloyal. I'll be her one more time. You notice the sounds of bells having started ringing through your castle halls. Maiden's getting nervous, but you reassure her it's only your underling's roughhousing, no big deal. You know it's probably a hero, but you don't want to upset the maiden by telling her that. Your army will take care of it. It isn't long before the hero bursts into your room. But he shouldn't have made it here. Why didn't they stop him? Hero just stands there sure of himself. He's covered in demon blood. As the maiden speaks to him trying to explain the situation, you pass the hero and out the door. You're not thinking clearly. Seeing your servant's bodies and pieces all strewn about your castle was really taken out of you. The hero did this? There's so much blood. Why? Did he come for the maiden? Did he think she needed rescuing? There was no one for this hero to save here. There was never any harm meant to anyone. You were just talking to her. Why has it turned out like this? Maiden shouts something behind you. And you turn just in time to see her throw herself between you and the hero's blade. It pierces her chest and she falls to the floor lifeless. As a pool of blood beneath her grows, so does your rage. The hero has taken everyone from you now. You lose control, and the hero is obliterated. But your hatred for the humans has not yet been sated. You go to destroy them all. Become ruler of the entire world. Okay. Vengeful or overlord. Ending A.
Slay Queen.
Slay Queen? Okay, what about she does not save us? You look down to see a blade protruding from your chest. Ah, that was careless of you. So this is how you die, stabbed in the back by some cowardly hero. What joke, you're supposed to be the ruthless one. That's right, humans can't be trusted. Now this is what they're capable of. You should have remembered that before letting one in. You watch as the hero takes the maiden's hand, leading her through the sea corpse he left in his wake. Captured by a demon. At least she got what she came here for. Ah! You enjoy your army in eternal slumber. Damn. Slain Overlord ending. Slain!
Slayed Queen.
Okay, what about if he's diplomatic but also heroic?
And what if the underling is hungry?
Hungry, but not disloyal. And she's not polite. You're awakened by one of your underlings. They brought you a hero who inquires about a missing maiden. You tell him you don't know anything. Humans never really visit this place. He's so cute. Look at him. In his not crazy, bloody images, he's so pooky.
He looks kind of like Roy.
He does kind of look like Roy. Humans never really visit this place. He believes you and goes home. To your surprise, you figured he might try to fight you, but you're glad to get back to your nap instead. Until you wake up to something completely unexpected. Before you know, everything around you is engulfed by flames. What's going on? Try to escape, but something... Oh, is this like... Someone didn't want you out. It's very similar to the other ending then. Okay, yeah. So that's a burned overlord. Okay, what about if he's... We'll do heroic this time. Keep hungry. Let's try that. Okay, that's the same. Let's stop being her for a second. Make her possessive.
Aw, but I am her.
Aww. Let's make her possessive. Let's make her... Let's make her hungry. I'll be the hero this time. Let's... Slaughter. Ask. You attempt to explain where you come, but the monster before you is eyeing you with suspicion. They can't help but notice the demon blood from earlier you haven't had a chance to wash off yet. Whoops. I have no choice but to fight the army in self-defense. Oh well, more experience points for you. You make your way to the castle, fending off all demons that stand in your way. The Overlord appears demanding to know what the hell you're doing murdering all her soldiers. You get straight to the point and ask her where the maiden is. Oh wait. If the maiden isn't here, then what happened to her? Couldn't see only one answer. The Overlord definitely captured her. In fact, it's possible she's already been devoured. Think about the poor maiden's fate fills you with hatred. Fight the Overlord with everything you've got. You hunt strong from the hordes of demons you took down from the final battle. This Overlord is almost no match for you. Cut to pieces, the Overlord has fallen. You breathe a sigh of relief, but your job is not yet finished. Search the castle. Fortunately, you find no sign of the maiden within its walls, just as you suspected. She must have already been devoured. You feel hollow. A great evil has been banished from this world. But what does that matter if you were too weak to save someone? You stand alone amidst the carnage and ponder what it means to be a hero. Turn to your Overlord's remains and wrap her head in your cape to bring her to the village. Surely your great victory will be celebrated. Failed hero end. Damn. Let's try that again. Okay, let's flee. The Overlord is alone. You ask about the maiden, but the Overlord doesn't seem to know what you're talking about. Was she really never here? I wonder what could have happened to her. The Overlord says that she wishes she could help you, but you're the first human that's come here in forever, at least that she knows of. Think of how you probably shouldn't trust her, seeing as she's a demon and all, but you can't really prove that she's lying either. You apologize for the intrusion and return home to your village. The maiden was never found. Useless hero Ed! Aha! That's funny. Okay. We're gonna make him, he's just gonna be disloyal again. Or maybe not. Maybe I'll just leave him not disloyal. Lights. Let's make her possessive. Okay. If the Overlord objects to this, the maiden tries to tell her that she'll come right back, but the Overlord refuses to hear it. The maiden seems nervous. As a hero, it's your job to mediate situations like this. Tell the Overlord that if she doesn't let the two of you go, you'll have to assume she's evil. You'll be forced to vanquish her. You leave me no choice. The Overlord pauses before suddenly jumping you. You're helpless as she disembowels you with her claws. However, you came all this way only to be met with this cruel fate. You should have destroyed these evil creatures while you had a chance. Your dying wish is for the maiden to somehow make it out of this alive. Naive hero end. Okay, we'll probably do this. But I kill everyone. Destroy the Demon Lord. You lunge forward, diving your blade through the evil Overlord. She screams and falls silent. The Overlord has been slain. You smile, offering the maiden your hand. She takes it after a slight hesitation. She must be surprised at how strong you are. You escort the maiden home. She's awfully quiet on the trek back to the village. She must be too shy to speak. The villagers are very pleased with what a good job you've done. Slaying the Overlord and saving a hostage, they throw a huge celebration in your name. You're remembered for generations as the greatest hero the village has ever seen.
They must not see that many heroes.
No. Okay, if I kill everyone, and then I ask the man what's going on. Stab the Overlord while you can. Okay, the same type of ending. It's all just a misunderstanding. Okay. Okay. Let's not make her possessive. Let's make her,
Gay.
merciful, antisocial. I kill. Okay, so I just shouldn't kill anyone. I've done all the kill everyone endings.
Good life lesson.
Very good. Okay, you pause when you see a group of suspicious demons staying near the entrance. Talking about assassinating their overlord, this proves to you that demons really are foul creatures. You have to tell her about this! You don't seem to understand what the maiden's thinking. The world's better off with less demons. They're all cold, ruthless creatures that should be destroyed.
We love racism.
And those same creatures have just noticed you eavesdropping. Maiden takes off into the castle, and you have no choice but to follow. First to Overlord's room, the maiden frantically tries to communicate what you just overheard. Demon underling barges in next, calling you liars. Followed by the group from the entrance, who shifts the blame back to the little one. These demons only care about themselves. How low can they be? You've been shouting at them, and the whole room dissolves into noise until the Overlord yells for everyone to shut their traps. She threatens them with violence. This Overlord is no better than her subjects. Grip your sword tightly. You have to cut through everyone here to get this maiden safety. You certainly will. Group of demons hiss to each other before shutting the door. They need to run to the lair behind. You glance around for another exit, but there isn't one. You have a terrible feeling about this. In this, the whole room is in flames. What kind of demonic magic is this? The unknown pounds at the door. Upset that it's been betrayed, you join in vowing to slay the cowardly demons on the other side. Next moment, the Overlord is taking hold of the underlings, crying for mercy. She's going to kill it as retribution. You need to cry and make excuses, but the Overlord does nothing. To your surprise, she lets it go. Are demons capable of mercy? I guess it doesn't matter now. We all burn together. Hero's true end. From other perspective, the true ending remains the same. That's what makes it true. You could resist seeing it for yourself, though, could you? Wonder what will happen when you collect them all. Will you be able to? Will
I
you
wonder
give
what
in
will
to
happen
despair?
when you collect.
Or
Danganronpa?
Danganronpa. Okay, not merciful. Oh wait, she puts her claws in him, and there's a horrible scream. You back away. You won't be the next target of her rage. You just dig and twist her claws until you limp by. You can no longer watch. Look to Maiden. She's crying, hands clasped together in prayer. That faith in a time like this, you envy her. Two of you Overland are consumed by flames. Assigned hero ahead. Very good. Okay. Let's be the maiden again. Let's make him diplomatic. Disloyal. Let's make her possessive. Antisocial. Nora tells you again that that you should get lost. How rude. You just got here. Obey her. You don't want to cause any trouble, so you figure it's time to go home. On the way, you encounter a hero. He asks you what you're doing. Don't you know the Overlord's castle is, like, right there? You explain everything that happened. Hero seems to think you're lying to him. He asks if you've been brainwashed by a demon. What nerve. You're very upset that the so-called hero would treat you this way, leaving the hub. You're in your village alone. Everyone was very worried about you. They surround you with 1,000 questions, and you tell them your story. You explain that the Overlord never had any intentions to harm anyone. You notice the looks of uncertainty in the crowd. People are whispering things to each other while you speak to them. You're loudly interrupted by an older man, who he really calls you a demon sympathizer. The crowd is growing unruly. You don't understand. You only told them the truth. Do they not believe you? Everyone begins speculating what must have actually happened. They weave elaborate lies and ask you to prove your innocence. How could you have returned without the aid of a hero, they ask? You could not have possibly escaped the Overlord on your own without harm. You must be conspiring with the demons, trying to trick everyone to believing they aren't the horrible creatures we know them to be, so they say. Have the people of your village always been this blinded by their fears and hatred of things they've never cared to know? I wonder how you missed that before. You're seized by the crowd. Voices from all sides are calling for public execution. You're to be burned at the stake. You don't want to die. You wonder, would it have been better to hide the truth? You don't like the thought of that. You've always lived honestly, so why has this happened? Why are you being punished? You're the dissenting voices of your family and neighbors. But they, like you, are powerless against this momentum. They can only watch as you burn, and you can only cry for them. You are so sorry. Damn! That's crazy!
Shit sucks, man.
Put your foot down and tell her you're not going anywhere. You still want to fulfill your destiny, even if you have to make it happen on your own. She's a little frustrated at your stubbornness, but she doesn't kick you out or anything. The world shares many stories about demons with you, and little by little you realize they might not be the ruthless monsters you were raised to believe. As it turns out, she commanded her demons to avoid towns and villages. She didn't want to risk giving the humans any excuse to send a hero out after them. You realize that must be why you've never heard of any demons attacking your town. You express your gratitude to Overlord on behalf of your village. She said you can thank her by telling the humans to stop raising heroes. Tired of her servants getting killed off by them. Well, I thought demons were violent and unreasonable creatures, but it seems the Overlord could say the same about humans. You may be different, but really they're just trying to live their lives the same as you. You feel like you're starting to understand things a lot better. But maybe everything I've said was to deceive you and the other humans. Okay, we've done this before. As you think that, Hero enters the room. You're surprised to see him at first until you realize that he must have been sent to retrieve you. Confused, Hero asks you what's going on. You explain the situation, reassuring him that you were never in any danger. Hero expresses relief and the whole misunderstanding hadn't led to any horrible consequences. You apologize for causing trouble, but really, didn't anyone read the note you left? Jeez. Hero asked if you'll return to the village with him to give everyone the news of your safety. But the Overlord objects to the hero's suggestion. You tell her your plan on hurrying soon, but she isn't having it. You feel nervous. The hero puts on a brave face for you. If you won't let her go, maybe you demons are evil after all, and if you are, I'll be forced to vanquish you. You leave me no choice. The Overlord suddenly jumps the hero. She tears into him with her claws. You want to cry out, but the scream catches in your throat. You watch because you can't look away. She really has been lying to you all along, you wonder. Is this your punishment for questioning the divine plan? The Overlord approaches you now. You're back into a corner. Her expression is complicated. Being captured by the Overlord is a horrible way like this. Was your destiny after all? The Overlord stops, or rather someone has stabbed her. Or stopped her. Whoever held back your scream before it doesn't stop you this time. The Overlord is being ripped to shreds by one of her demon underlings. You think you recognize them, but it's hard to tell with all the blood. Everyone stopped moving now. The room is silent, save for the underlings' heavy breathing. You thank them for what they've done. Even though it's awful, you feel you've been rescued from a terrible fate. They look at you confused for a moment, then puff out their chests. You should probably go home. This place is dangerous. Follow their advice and make your way out of the castle. You decide never to leave home again for the rest of your life. Recluse ending. Escape maiden. Okay. I was gonna pick obedience. Apply obedience. That was gonna be the hero again because he meets her. On your way to the Overlord's castle, you spot a maiden heading back to the village. She wouldn't have come from the Overlord's castle, could she? This may be the exact maiden you're currently seeking to rescue. You approach her with curiosity. You ask me what she's doing. Doesn't she know the Overlord's castle is like right there? It's dangerous. The maiden explains that she spoke with the Overlord, and it turns out the demons never had any diabolical plans to harm the village or anyone in it. Believe her story. You have no reason to assume she's lying to you. Even though her story is kind of hard to believe, you feel you should trust her. You tell her you're pretty surprised that everyone has been wrong about demons all along. Townspeople must be informed of this immediately. To your village, they have been so worried. They praise you for their bravery. The maid quickly sets the record straight. There was nothing she needed to be rescued from in the first place. The villagers look to you for explanation. But you informed them it isn't your story to tell. You merely ran into her on the way to the castle. She explains that the Overlord isn't interested in capturing maidens or anything of the sort. The villagers turn to you again in disbelief. They're being subtle on how little they trust the maiden's story. You totally believe her, but to placate? Sure.
Placate.
Placate? These fair citizens, you volunteer to speak to the demons personally. Just in case. The crowd breaks into hushed whispers. You're too busy thinking what a great and reliable hero you are to hear what they're saying. The town elder's voice breaks you out of your thoughts. He implores you to meet with the Overlord immediately and says they'll hold and keep an eye on the maid until you return. You figure that sounds alright, but the mood is kind of intense for some reason. Did you miss something? You aren't sure what's going on, but you get the feeling it might be bad to leave the maid on her own. But she suddenly takes off running. Oh, you thought the two of you were in this together. Her actions have convinced the crowd that she's obviously been a liar and a witch from the start. People are shouting for you to hunt her and her demon friends down already. That doesn't sound like a very heroic task. You can't help but feel these people are wrong. It's up to you to catch up to her and talk to the demons in order to clear up this misunderstanding. You valiantly dash after the maiden, towards the Overlord's castle. But you were too late. Through the unguarded gates, you spot a group of demons surrounding a body. The maiden, she was a fool to have trusted demons after all. You hear her blood's boiling. You'll avenge her death. Charge through the gates to eliminate every demon you see. What the fuck are you doing, killing all my soldiers? The Overlord is angry. You vow to exterminate her and all of the demon kind. You clash again and again, but the Overlord isn't going down easily. You're both dangerously low in health when everything goes black. Your quest has come to an abrupt end. Unlucky hero. Okay, that was interesting. What if he's not disloyal? It's so much fun. Okay.
Tyrant but merciful.
Okay, let's be... I guess I'll be the underling this time.
Oh wow, you're already halfway done.
Halfway there.
Halfway there. Halfway there. Halfway there.
Let's not. She's very frightening. Screams for a hero to come save her. You consider your options. Gobble her up. Tell her to quit yelling. The maid realizing you're not going to hurt her, she regains her composure. Now she started talking to you like you're friends or something. You don't understand humans at all. Cheap followers on streamboo.com. Aw, man. If only. There's no such thing as cheap followers. You speak the same language, of course.
Sure there are. They're the followers who refuse to buy your Twitch subs.
Right, true. Which will always confuse you, because why is there conveniently only one language in this world? If demons and humans have independent society, wouldn't it make sense for them to each have their own language? The maid is going on and on about some kind of destiny she's ready to fulfill. The bottom line, from what you gather, is that she wants you to take her to the Overlord. Sounds like it could be interesting. Besides, you have nothing better to do. Satisfied with your day out, you take the maiden back to the castle and present her to the Overlord. The Overlord asks where you found the maiden. Knowing full well you left the castle when you weren't supposed to, you apologize for disobeying her, but hope that the maiden is an interesting enough precedent you may be forgiven. The Overlord nods and says everything's cool as long as you always listen to her from now on. You're impressed with what an easygoing boss she is. You imagine how you can't believe you and your friends consider overthrowing her. That was a joke, of course. She smiles and dismisses you. You decide it's about time for a nap. Oh, whoops. You'll get to sleep long. Your friends wake you. Rude. One of them is stepping on you pretty hard. You ask what their deal is. They say they're planning a whole revolution. They're gonna get rid of the current Overlord and put a new ruler in place. They want to hear if you're in or out. And being a pretty lazy underling, you of course reply with, "That sounds like a lot of trouble. How about we just step in instead?" Your friends question your loyalty to their cause. Okay, let's go lower. So she's actually not so bad, you guys. Let's try it. Okay, she's actually not so bad. Your friends seem pretty disappointed. They apologize to you, but before you can ask what they're sorry about, one of them suddenly seizes you. Someone who's still loyal to the Overlord freely has no place in our castle, you understand, right? Their claws tiny around your neck. You don't bother to struggle. You're outnumbered. You already know how things like this end. This is pretty messed up due to a friend, you tell them. They slit your throat in response. Faithful underling.
Oh well.
Tell them you were just joking. Clarify that you're totally in it to win it. They say you are always terrible with jokes. Whether or not you actually feel like killing the Overlord, do you know how bad it'd be to end up on the wrong side of things? If the assassination deal doesn't pan out, you can always pretend you were innocent all along. But beneath your shield of faux confidence, you worry about what you're getting yourself dragged into. While your friends outside the castle talk more about the plan, you're curious if they have any idea how they want to go about this. You figure they just lock her in a room and set it on fire. What stupid plan? That could go wrong in so many ways. You realize your friends are just a bunch of directionless thugs, useless without someone's guidance, your guidance. They'd probably be casualty if you fought her head on, and while showy deaths make a revolution a heck of a lot more fun, it's probably the wrong way to go. Your friends agree and suggest that you play the assassin. You really didn't want it to come down to this. But you can't back down now. You have to be the only one to assassinate the Overlord. Besides, no one has any better ideas. Your friends turn to notice a pair of humans having overheard your entire conversation. They take off into the castle, or they head to the Overlord's room. Fuck! The Overlord will kill you for sure if she found out you were conspiring to take her out. You dash into the castle after the humans. Sure enough, the maidens are already frantically telling the Overlord everything. You shout that the humans are liars! Your friends soon arrive to back you up, except they don't. Instead, they blame the whole thing on you! They cried that was all your idea and that they were just going with the flow, too scared to refuse your crazy plan. You can't believe they tell the Overlord such a blatant lie. You always knew better than to trust them. You're the one who didn't have a choice here. You all shout at each other until the Overlord demands silence. Regardless of who led this conspiracy, I have no choice but to punish everyone to keep you all in your place. Crushed beneath my heel! She sounds tough, but lately... Overlord best character for real. She sounds tough, but lately all she does is sleep.
She's just like me, for real, for real.
For real, for real. Here your traitorous friends mutter something about going back to Planet A, and suddenly the door slams shut. You're trapped in here with the Overlord and the two humans. And then the room bursts into flames. You pound the door, screaming curses at those who betrayed you. Here joins you, vowing to slay a lot of them. You wish she'd get that chance. The Overlord grabs you by the throat. You cry for mercy. You were forced into this mess. You're sure now that they would have killed you if you sided with her. Surprised the Overlord spares you. Maybe she'd rather see you suffer instead. Looking around, you've just gone from one dead end to another. The maid is crying. The hero is silent. You all burn together. True ends. Underlings, true ends. Okay, let's try this again, but make her not merciful. But the Overlord doesn't hear your pleas. She drives her claws into your chest. At least she made it quick. Of course, that's it. Okay.
What if you made the maiden polite and did the underling story again?
I've already done when she was polite. I haven't done Mary May when she wasn't polite. No, she's surprisingly cool with it. Nice! You set off an adventure outside the castle. The chief atmosphere excites you. You spend your time rolling grass. You make your way along the path to a nearby human village and encounter a maiden. She's very frightened and screams. So your options. Let's level her up this time. Maidens aren't the best meal, but you figure you should live up to your demon name and strike back against humans. You start devouring the maiden without as much as a second thought, and feel quite proud of that. Oh, whoops. Okay, I didn't know I could go back like that, by the way. Doesn't really matter. Trying to find an audience for evil deeds, you wander to a nearby village. People are screaming, running away, throwing rocks at you and whatnot. You think that's pretty rude of them. You haven't done anything yet. Put on a show. Change your mind and leave. You figure if people are this upset at you, at just the sight of you, they won't fully appreciate any terrible acts you commit. Also, they might fight back. They probably would, and well, you're just a little underling after all. The little day out has been adequately refreshing. You return to the castle thinking you'll take a nap. Okay. Friends question your loyalty. Let's kill. You sneak into the Overlord's room to take a nap like usual. It's almost too easy. You suddenly approach your master. She looks so peaceful. Chicken out. You don't want to kill her. You can't go through with it. Turn to leave, but you find your friends blocking the exit. It's a panic so you ask them to let you out. This seems to have been their way of testing your loyalty. You tell them this is pretty fucked up and ask again to be let out. The Overlord stirs in her bed. While your head is turned, you even shut the door. You scramble into the Overlord's closet to hide before she wakes up and sees you. There's nothing you could possibly say to explain this and survive. You're trembling. You can't believe these assholes would bully you like this. You feel like crying. Light flickers at your feet. Doesn't take you long to realize they've set the room on fire. The Overlord trying to get the doors open to no avail. You're both trapped, too afraid to move. You resign yourself to your fate. You and the Overlord born together. Cowardly Underling end. Let's pull out a show this time. You attack the nearest human. He is old and weak, and his bones crunch delightfully. Your audience screams grow louder. Applause! You think, hey, this is actually pretty fun. I should have taken revenge of this a lot sooner. As you continue your blusters dance, striking the villagers down, you fail to notice a sword-wielding hero running towards you. He takes you out in a swift blow. You're just a demon underling after all. If you die, you think, that was totally worth it. Curtain closes.
Totally worth it.
Worth it!
I still can't believe Toka and I think it was 10. I still can't believe they thought this voice sounded like Donald Trump.
I know, it's funny. You feared the cleanest way to do this would be to dig your claws into her throat, so you do just that. She wakes, but not in time to stop you. You watch as she chokes on her blood, cursing you before finally expiring. That felt terrible. You remind yourself it was either her or you. You weren't about to let yourself get killed by anyone. You leave the room to find your friends waiting just outside. But please, only now do you realize they must have planned to use like this from the beginning. You're a new ruler of the castle. Your subjects bow before you. You live in fear that they will one day betray you, as you have betrayed your overlord. Lord Underling. And B. Okay. Okay. Okay, they still need one more. We haven't unlocked yet. What about these all three? And the hero is just like, he's just an angry guy. And she is... Okay, what about if we just do all of them? Well, what will happen? Doesn't matter. Who am I gonna be for this? Yeah, okay. So
Have you shouted for a hero yet?
What?
Have you shouted for a hero while the underling isn't hungry yet?
Have I been the hero when he's not hungry? Or...
No. Have you had the maiden shout for the hero while the underling isn't hungry?
Oh. Yeah, I have.
Okay.
Okay, let's take a look, Elu. Oh. Soft fall. Thank you. That... Oh my gosh, why does it do this? Hang on. My camera fell and I put it back up and then it turned off.
Don't you just hate when that happens?
Mm.
I know I do.
Personally, I hate it. Properties. There you go. That's my face. Oh god, that's my face.
Your beautiful, lovely face that I love.
Oh yeah. Okay, so I gotta be them still, but I guess just different. Okay, haven't done much with that. Okay. Trying to think what I want. What will matter for it, but I don't know what will matter. Let's try this. Doesn't matter. She doesn't matter if she gets eaten. Let's do this. Sure.
Imagine if people were saying that about you. Wouldn't feel very good, would it?
You're awakened by one of your underlings. The hero wishes to speak with you. Inquires about a maiden who was rumored to be here, but you've never seen her. Humans don't visit often or ever, really. The hero takes his leave. You wonder why he totally trusted you there. Heroes traditionally kill demons. The guy seemed like he was bad at his job, in your opinion. Why were you supposed to leave to go take your nap? Your voice in the hall. You aren't sure how long you slept. Sound of shutting door forced you awake. Okay, done this. So not coward end. I would die, right? No. I thought that he would. Oh, because he's not disloyal. That's my bad. One of your underlings is tearing your throat out. Try to struggle, but you can't. But you can tell you're already mortally wounded. What have you done to deserve this kind of ending? Remember now, you gave them a day off. That's how they repaid you? You died wondering if you could have done anything to prevent this. Assassinated. Okay, and I don't give him a day off this time. You cursed them, choking on your own blood. You died wondering if you could have done anything to prevent this. Okay, no. Same ending. Okay. Very good, very good. Okay, let's do heroic hero. Okay, let's stop being hungry.
Me when I'm poor.
Me when I'm poor. Let's have him do that. Or be polite. Murder. Or be social. Yeah, sure. You seem to be along just fine. You decided it's about time for a nap. After a few hours of nap, you're really waking by the sound of battle. You emerge from your room to find the hero has slaughtered many of your friends and work associates. What a jerk! Okay, let's avenge your
fallen comrades.
What does this guy think? Who does this guy think he is, coming in here and killing everyone like some maniac? What did we ever do to him? You lunge at him while he's busy driving his sword into the guard, who sometimes brought you food whenever they noticed you were feeling kind of down. Very specific. You like the guard. You wish with all your demon heart for this hero to suffer for his deeds. You bite into him, tearing flesh from bone. It tastes like iron. Hero struggles. You feel his sword go through you, but there's no pain, only retribution. More of your comrades pile onto him as your consciousness fades. The hero is overtaken. Your army has won. You've earned your rest? Victorious. Interesting.
Hey, wasn't that a Nickelodeon show, Victorious?
Okay, that's something we already did. Okay, what if he just tries to kill the Overlord and doesn't kill any of the demons? Is that like an ending? Okay, guys, let's kill the Overlord. Chicken out.
They die!
So it doesn't matter what he does. It's gonna have to be him
Nothing
again.
really matters. Anyone can see.
Really, it's these two that I need to be because they haven't gotten new endings. Maybe I'll try being the maiden again. Let's see if I figure out what. Let's try. Sure, let's try this. It's tough for a hero to come save you. You yell, but no hero comes. Demon is put off by your son shouting, asks you to keep it down by apologizing. You seem more confused than hostile, which totally catches you off guard. Tell Demon your name and explain that you're a maid from the village. Tell him that you were thinking maybe you could understand the role better if you hurry up to get seen with Demon already. Demon doesn't seem to have been listening to you, which is really irritating. They agree to take you to their leader nonetheless. Overlord nonetheless. You're introduced to the Overlord. She lectures Underland. Okay, we've done this before. Okay, refuse to leave. Then the hero barges into the room. His clothes are stained by a dark liquid, dripping from his weapon too. You realize it must be demon blood. Something horrible has happened. Hero dashes towards the Overlord, sword drawn. You do nothing. The hero's blade pierces the Overlord, and she lets out a horrible scream. You flinch. The Overlord is slain. The hero smiles and holds out a hand to you, saying it's time to go home. His blood is drenched in blood. Hesitantly, you take his hand. The hero guides you through the castle, past the corpse of his enemies. You try to keep your eyes at your feet. There's blood everywhere you shut your eyes, but even then, you can't escape the smell. All of this was because of you, wasn't it? You exit the castle, and the hero leads you back to the village. Everyone celebrates the hero's great triumph over demons. You feel sick. You take part in the festivities regardless. Complacent maiden. Okay. Okay, I have an idea.
So what if you leave all the boxes unchecked?
I'm not sure that's what we want to do. It's very surprised the demons don't seem to be as malicious as you were raised to believe. Two of you return village, hoping to communicate this to them better. They all have been worried and are very glad the hero brought you back. You quickly set the record straight. You weren't rescued because there was nothing to be rescued from in the first place. The villagers seem confused and look at the hero for an explanation. He tells them he only ran into you on his way to the castle, and that this isn't really a story to tell. You explain to them how you met the overworld, as she's not actually interested in capturing maidens or any mean things like that. Villagers look again to the hero for confirmation, feel a little miffed. They seem to prefer his world over yours, but you don't say anything about it. Hero proclaims that he believed your story, but volunteers to go talk to demons himself, just to make absolutely sure. Crowd breaks into hushed whispers. You hear words like trickery and demon sympathizer being thrown around, which makes you frown. Pretty shocked that everyone's just hesitant to believe you. Hero even trusts you? You aren't sure anymore. The old man implores the hero to go speak with the Overlord immediately. He says you should be held prisoner and considered dangerous until the hero returns. Much to your disbelief, the crowd agrees with him. Because of course, if you were conspiring with the demons, they can't afford to let their guard down. The whole village would be slaughtered by monsters. Hero doesn't say anything. You'll be tied up and tossed into a cell at this rate. If you're going to be held captive by anyone, it's going to be the Overlord, not your fellow countrymen. Grab the hero and run. You boldly announce that you'll accompany the hero to prove yourself. You'd rather risk what's out there instead of staying in a village that doesn't trust you. Everyone needs to know how to react. You grab the hero by the wrist and take off before anyone stops you. Near the castle entrance, you spy a group of suspicious demons congregating. They're talking about assassinating the Overlord. You have to warn her. But the hero shakes his head. He says that if this is the true nature of demons, the world's better off with less of them. This is right, you think? What kind of hero passes out a chance to save a life? Demons have taken notice of you. It's now never. You take off the castle, and the unreliable hero falls shortly after. You burst into Overlord's room, all your words spilling out at once. You should probably slow down, but there's no time. The Overlord seems to have followed your frantic explanation, but clearly doesn't understand the urgency of the situation. They're only recognized from before barging in, calling you a liar. You're surprised they were a part of the evil plot. They seemed so nice. The other demon comes in right after them, saying that whole thing was the first underling's idea. Everyone's shouting at each other now. It's really stressing you out. You'll relieve when the Overlord demands silence. She's trying to violence, and you think she's very Overlord-like in this moment. The group of demons hiss to each other before shutting the door, leaving the little one behind. You watch it pounce at the door in distress. They locked you all in. You have a bad feeling about this, and thinking that might have jinxed it because now the roof is engulfed in flames. Only you had ignored these demons before, you and the hero would wouldn't have stumbled into this situation. You would just pretend not to hear them. If you left as you were told, only the overlord would have been killed. But you couldn't have done that. The path isn't an option for you. Yeah, no matter what, you'll only strive for the path where everyone survives. It must exist. It simply must. Hope it does. Everyone sees her underling. They beg for their life. You pray. You don't know what else to do, so you just pray. Their claws pierce the underling's chest. They scream in awful death. She digs and twists her claws into the poor thing while you continue to pray. But there's no saving any of you now. You, the overlord, and the hero of the underling's corpse are consumed by flames. Okay.
Give out.
We can do that again. Make her merciful this time. Oh wait, no, I wasn't the hero. Whoops. I guess we can do it from his point of view, I guess. As you stand there, not sure what to do, the maiden announces that she's going to prove her story to the village. She drags you along with her. She has much better odds with you around, so you don't object. Adventure awaits. You're talking about assassinating the overlord. This proves that demons are really foul creatures. We have to tell her about this. You understand what the maiden's thinking. The world's better off with less demons. They're all cold, ruthless creatures that should be destroyed. And those same creatures have just noticed you eavesdropping. The maid takes off into the castle and you have no choice but to follow. Immersed in the overlord's room. The maid frantically tries to communicate what you just overheard. A demon underling barges in next, calling you liars, followed by a group from the entrance who shifts the blame back to the little one. These demons only care for themselves. How low can they be? I think we kind of have done this before. Okay. I didn't mean to do his anyway. I meant to do this. The overlord spares the underling. You feel relieved, but does it make any difference? Will you all burn together? Means true end. Keep collecting bad things for now. It can't end like this. Well, we haven't gotten them all. Can't end like this.
I would say it can't end like this.
You want to answer the maiden's prayers. You decide to find a way to save everyone. Retracing the path you've taken so far, there doesn't seem to be any room to avoid a bad ending. Is there really nothing you can do to keep them all from getting killed in the end? There's nothing you can do by acting from within their story. Maybe it's time to take things into your own hands. You are... Yeah? Fully insert yourself into the story and use your incredible power to warp everyone to safety. You don't know how... I don't know you could do that, but what's going on here? Take a moment to get a good look at yourself. You are... you. But why are you pitch black? You feel like the spy doesn't accurately represent you, but you move past it. The hero, maiden, underling, and overlord have been staring at you too. They look like they don't really know what they're supposed to do right now. Oh, whoops. You guess that's because you're usually the one guiding them. What will you say to them? Hi guys! I'm
Hi
come to save you!
guys!
Hi guys. You smile and awkwardly introduce yourself. The maiden is the first to respond. My prayers have been answered! You must be... Her god? No, you're merely the player. There was a god here, that'd be the final boss. That's just how these role-playing games go. Now you realize what the real true ending must be. Now, enough of this. I have been encouraging you all along, but stop insert story, how passe. You watch helplessly as tragedy descends from the heavens. You didn't honestly believe you were the only one who could force your way onto the stage, did you? I am the narrator, storyteller, god of this world. Call me tragedy if you like. Darkness envelopes your party. Don't mind if I send each of them back to relive one of their many bad endings, right? You're alone in darkness with me, tragedy. I certainly hope you've been enjoying your time in my theater, though I can't abide you stealing the show without permission. It's quite disrespectful. I'm sick of these bad endings. I want to see something new. Are you trying to say my bad endings have gone out of style? You have some nerve. You think defeating me might just be the only way to see a better ending. It's all that's left for you, isn't it? Well, that sounds like it could be entertaining. Show me what you've got!
Show me what you got!
Today's a step for your final battle against me, the god of the world. What do you do? How will you fight against tragedy itself? I'd love to see it. Attack. Try your best to tear me down, but you can't seem to do any damage. You don't truly exist in this world after all. Oh, was that all? You'll never defeat me like that. You're right. Perhaps you don't understand just how outclassed you are here. Behold my beautifully tragic tales. Doesn't seeing them all again make your heart ache? You witnessed 33 of my painstakingly crafted endings. Your heart does indeed ache for these characters. How could you want to put an end to all this? Do you truly care for them that much? They're still suffering backstage, you know. It's a shame they couldn't make it here, to the end of the world. That's right. You came here to save them. You can't do this alone. Summon? Find the hero in his home, hunched over a sewing table. Sound intrudes and scares the hell out of the poor guy. Are you some kind of demon? You explain that no, you're not a demon. How do you explain in a way that hero can understand? Instead, you ask what he's sewing. Of this, I craft all my own hero gear. Since his prime is hobby. Where if the costumes are what attracted him to the role of hero. Would you like some clothes? You don't seem to be wearing any. Remember the state of your body and decide that yes, some clothes from the hero would be nice. He's overjoyed by your answer. Apparently his outfits are too gaudy for the other townsfolk, so no one else wants them. He's so cute. True end for the hero suddenly becomes clear. You offer to change his fate. You could make a living as a tailor rather than a hero? Please tell me what I can do to reach that dream. The hero will now fight alongside you. Great to follow you, but I didn't expect to face something like this. The hero has arrived! We really couldn't have a final boss battle without him. You're the one who's been killing us, murderer! Can't truly call myself a hero until I see you defeated. We'll see about that. Tragedy attacks with terrible fates. Happen to find a maiden as she exits the church. Her heart set on being a demon. Perfect timing, she approaches you, having already taken notice of your odd form. Excuse me, are you a traveler? I've never seen anyone like you before. You explain that no, you're not a traveler. Well, maybe you are in a sense. You've come all this way. The maiden regards you with excited curiosity. Then perhaps you might be a demon? I was hoping I would meet one today. You think of all the terrible fates that hope would bring about. She is the catalyst of the story, after all. My role is making us to be captured by the Overlord, but you see, I was so tired of waiting. Remember this part. She wanted to understand her role better, and so. You asked what it is that she's really hoping to gain from this. The maid is confused by your question. Perhaps it was as simple as wanting to reach this place she felt like she belonged. True end for the maid suddenly becomes clear. You offer her to change her fate. If there's something I can do to find fulfillment, then please, guide me! The maid will now fight alongside you. What is this horrible creature? You wound me, dear maiden. Is tragedy really such a terrible thing to behold? I remember now. Remember all the awful things you put us through. Then this should be familiar to you as well. Tragedy attacks with terrible fate. Summon. You approach the gates of the Overlord's castle. The underling is on guard duty, as you expected. They call out to you. The other demon guard is sound asleep. Hey, you're a pretty weird-looking intruder. What do you want? You explain that no, you're not an intruder, although you're definitely intruding into their story right now. You tell the underling you come to save them from tragedy. Okay. Try saving me from boredom first. I hate this job. The underling snickers. You ask what kind of job they'd rather have. It'd be best if I didn't have to work at all. I just want to live a carefree life and never get bossed around or picked on. You think of the underling's friends, who had bullied them into an assassination plot only to betray them in the end. If they
Friends, right.
Right. You know, the best of friends, of course. If they kept their company, maybe they wouldn't feel so restless. True end for the underling suddenly becomes clear. You offer to change their fate. So there's a way that even work can be fun? Sounds fake, but I'll tag along with you just in case. The underling will now fight alongside you. Wait, what the fuck? You didn't say anything about boss battle. The underling! You must be desperate to call in such an unreliable ally! If I beat this guy up, all my problems will be over. Oh, but it won't be that easy! Tragedy attacks with terrible fate. Summon. You enter the Overlord's room, relieved to see the fire contained two torches on the wall. When you close the door behind you, the Overlord rises from his slumber. Who are you? Have you come to reside in my castle and serve me? You explain that no, you're not here to serve her, it's more like you've come to do her a favor. You ask why she spends all day sleeping instead of commanding her demon army. She laughs in response. Many of my underlings certainly think I should be more aggressive with the humans, like my father before me. His quest for revenge was endless and self-perpetuating. There's a reason I had to destroy him. Can't help but think it's a little late in the game to be getting some new backstory. I have no interest in waging war on the humans. I merely wish to be left alone to live a peaceful, indulgent life in my castle. You realize she must actually be very lonely, only surrounded by soldiers instead of friends. No wonder she gets so attached to the maiden. Your end for the Overlord suddenly becomes clear. You offer to change your fate. My own attempts at peace have been rather imperfect. You offer a solution? Then very well, I will follow you. The Overlord will now fight alongside you. I see. So this is tragedy. Ah, you brought the Overlord. I don't stand a chance now. You prevented me from attaining peace for long enough. Prepare to die. I hope you prepare to face death as well. Try to tax with a terrible fate. Haha, now the whole party's here. Can you solve my final puzzle? Which combination of behaviors will open the path to your true ending? Show me! I don't know. All of these? That's a great question. Hope. Our true endings do exist. They simply must. The maiden hopes with all her heart to overcome tragedy. Tragedy is reeling. Okay.
Justice, tenacity, ambition.
Yeah. Knock me down, I'll just come back stronger. The underling uses tenacity to overcome reeling. Justice. Okay, it's not justice. Willpower.
Willpower's from
Your
attorney.
reign of terror ends here, tragedy. I refuse to give in. Here, use willpower to overcome tragedy. And ambition. I'll reach my true ending with my own power. Never lose your ambition's nature, too. This is it. With everyone's hearts unite, you take aim towards your best possible futures. You all unleash a final attack to destroy tragedy once and for all.
We did it. We cut through infinity hit points.
Ha 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 ha! You've done it! You managed to defeat me! A tragic ending for tragedy itself. I love it! I must thank you all for fulfilling your roles perfectly! Thank you, Hero as himself. Starring Maiden. Thank you, Maiden. Thank you, Underling. Thank you, Overlord. Enough of this nonsense. We defeat you, so just die already. Don't worry. I'll be making my ending shortly. Finally, thank you most of all. We couldn't have made it here without you. Yes, my bad end theory did contain a truly good ending after all. I apologize for antagonizing you for so long. I want to deliver a satisfying story. Was I able to do it? I wonder. No. Yes.
Satisfied.
Thank you, I really appreciate that. Happy endings shouldn't always come easily. Reality is not so kind. But you earned this one. Here's your true ending. Oh, very good. Very cute.
Nom nom nami.
The hero just wanted to be a tailor, you know what? So slay.
Very cute.
Oh my goodness, look at the little fashion show. That's definitely the hero's clothes on the underling.
And
Let's
being
introduce-
performed by Hatsune Miku.
The maiden introducing her girlfriend to the townsfolk.
The Overlord and her new queen.
In the game, you know, because it wasn't very long. Your true end.
This story is happy end.
Happy! That was it. And that's the whole game. enter again.
Want to go chase the bad ends you didn't find, or?
Ah, I can try. I don't know. I didn't save, so I don't know. It's probably gonna make me do all this again. Oh. Oh, so you weren't done with the bad endings, and now you're back for more. To cancel your true ending if you want to go back to the way things were before a final battle. Shall we begin the resetting process? Yeah, sure. You missed out on seeing all 41 bad endings. You can keep your progress and reset to before you start your true ending. Or you can I'm not re-releasing all of it. Okay, there we go. Rest of my bad endings. Okay. So what have we done?
What those boxes under the bad ending bar mean? Have you tried clicking on the sign that says bad end? Oh, that's very helpful.
Yeah, I knew we were missing a lot of the maiden ones. Oh right, I forgot we got him being hungry right now. Okay. I can't remember what the ending we were trying to get before it was. But, anyway. The Overlord has walked past the hero and out into the hall. She's wailing. You only guess what kind of horrible scene he's left for her. The Overlord tears the hero apart in retaliation. You watch silently, unable to scream. The Overlord, who you had just been getting along with so well, has killed another human right in front of you. It's clear now that you've been deceived by her sweet lures. Humans are ruthless monsters after all. You somehow managed to slip past the Overlord and make it. Okay, we've seen this one before. Escape made ending A. We've seen that one. The Overlord allows the two of you to leave, and you give her a little wave as you exit. You'll be back soon. Okay, we done this. Okay, so what about if we do... Have I done possessive? Tyrant possessive with her? I don't know if I have. I can't remember. Okay, yeah, I have. Okay. Not disloyal. So she has all of hers. It's just his, actually, that we're missing. So maybe I do have to be his.
Maybe you need the last underling setting for the maiden endings you haven't seen yet.
Yeah. So I gotta get his last one, because I think I need to get his. Yeah, he has one more that we haven't gotten yet. So.
It's a charming little game.
It is. No, you're sick of this Overlord holding you and your friends back. You think it's time for a change of management. Friends suggest maybe you should be a new Overlord. You really sound that. You announce your first act of rebellion is to take the day off you wanted. Your friends are very impressed. You assure them you'll talk more about assassination when we get back, which satisfies them. Sneak out of the castle. Change of atmosphere excites you. Okay, tell her to stop yelling. That. You see out Overlord's room, but there's a couple of humans in there. You watch the scene unfold. You aren't sure why, but the Overlord suddenly cuts down the hero. She approaches the maiden you brought from her earlier. The Overlord distracted you. You figure this is actually a good chance today. You launch a sneak attack, getting her right in the back. She flinches, giving you enough advantage to take her down. You rip the Overlord apart until she stops moving. That was messier than you could have liked. The maiden mutters something from the corner. Thank you for saving me. It wasn't your intention, but it sounds like you did something heroic. You tell the maiden to go home. This place is dangerous. She follows your advice and leaves the castle. Your castle. You're the new Overlord. Okay, that was another. Interesting. Alert flies down from beyond the curtain. You found Lost Letter 3.
Oh, so they are.
My love, I've been feeling a little depressed lately. Many patrons have come to my theater, but none so far have stayed to experience every tale in its entirety. The critics haven't exactly been kind, but I understand. My stories aren't exactly crowd pleasers. Despite that, you always listen to the very end. I'm grateful for that. Hope to see you again soon. Forever yours, Tragedy.
Everything you've done has only hurt them more. Lovely.
He's still missing one. Mhm. You're gonna talk to you about the whole Kill the Overlord plan. You admit you haven't given it much thought and only just remembered it was a thing. Friends question your loyalty to their cause. Okay, no. His last one is hard to get. I wonder what it is. It must be something with the hero, probably. I haven't done much with him. You know, this is that one again. Ba 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 ba.
Burr, burr, burr. Burr, burr, burr. Burr, burr. Burr, burr, burr.
No. So we don't want him to do anything, I guess. We've been diplomatic. We won't make her a tyrant. Her antisocial. Don't make her antisocial. I don't know what his last one is, but it has to be something that he does.
Has to be.
Has to be. Antisocial. Doesn't eat her, I guess. Trusting. Mm. Oh my gosh. Oh, whoops. I mean to be her. I think you might as well go back to bed now. If you don't get to rest very long, the main suddenly bursts into your room, accompanied by the hero. She's trying to effectively communicate something to you, but she's still half asleep. You're still half asleep. They tell you a group of demons after you. Life, but you still don't grasp the urgency of the situation. Okay, that's not what I meant to do. was also missing some endings. Oh, wait, she's dead, isn't she? You aren't sure you should listen to me, and you've been taught your whole life that demons are evil. You ask if she's sure about all this, but she gets very upset that you think she would lie to you. She turns off before you can say anything else. You decide to return to the village, certain that she must have been the kidnapped maiden you were sent to rescue. That took care of itself. Take your time walking home. Job well done today, you think to yourself. As you walk past the town square, you notice that whole village is crowded around. Is that the maiden you saw earlier? She's bound to the wooden stake. The crowd is in a frenzy. Smoke begins to rise, and you stand idly by as flames consume the maiden. She must have done something horrible to deserve that. She seemed nice, though, you think. But evil comes in all forms, you reassure yourself. You decide to call it a day and return to your house. You can't escape the sinking feeling. Maybe you weren't cut out for this world. Yeah, and you have to be a tailor instead. Obviously.
I need a tailor. Because I ripped my pants!
And she runs for you for some reason. You wonder what that's all about, but then you remember you're covered in demon blood. Not wanting to look like you're a crazy person chasing after her or something, you nonchalantly walk back to town. Okay, no, that's the same ending. That's the end B, though.
That's B.
Which counts as the same ending, of course.
35 out of 41.
So close. Will I get them all before the 2-hour mark? Yeah, it doesn't matter for him. Was on his ending where she protects the hero? Lunch forward to put an end to the evil overlord, but your blade pierces the maiden instead. She sacrificed herself to protect the demon. It takes you a moment to recover from shock. The overlord wails. Why did you do that? You're not sure if the question is directed at you. The overlord strikes you in vengeful rage. You parry and she is slain. The sword feels heavy. You lick your hands, your clothes. Blood. So much blood. You look to the fallen maiden, wondering what to tell the townspeople. Why would she protect the overlord? She must have been brainwashed by demonic magic. Pick up the overlord's head, wrapping it in your cape. Make your long journey back home. You will say that you were too late, that nothing could be done for the girl, but the overlord is slain. There will be celebration. Loyal hero end. A letter flies down from beyond the curtain. We found lost letter 1. My love, this isn't fair at all, is it? For them to force us apart like this, it's unreasonable, cruel. To find an outlet for this grief somehow, so I decided to write, and I'll keep writing until the day you find me once more, and then maybe we could write a story together. I'm waiting for that day. Forever yours, Tragedy. Okay, so I have all the hero endings, so I don't need to be him anymore. I have the overlord. So overlord ending is what I need. Why have I not done with her? I haven't done this yet. they come back to the castle. Let's try that. Not this oil. What about if I pick that? Okay, keep that. Okay. She goes home. Let them go. No. Let her go home. Keep her here. No. I don't know. Difficult.
Women are complicated.
Well, women are complicated. Oh, the hero starts babbling in sincere apologies and excuses, realizing his wrongdoing. But you are far beyond hearing that kind of bullshit. You have had with these humans always murdering your servants for no reason. You can no longer hold yourself back and lash out at the hero. With your no, I can't read. When you regain control, there's nothing left of the hero. The main has fled in terror. You are alone.
The first step to getting over a problem is admitting that you have one.
Letter comes down. Lost letter number 4. My love, do you remember when we first met? I just finished one of my scripts. I was quite proud of, in fact. As I read it aloud, you happened to pass by. What a terrible ending, you said. Why should these poor fools have to die? You were so rude, you wouldn't accept any of my justifications, and yet, you managed to convince me. It really would be better if everyone could live in harmony. However unrealistic I felt. I look back fondly on that day even now. Wonder if somewhere you're thinking of it too. Of yours tragedy. Okay, just the maiden. Okay. Hmm. Let's have her be tyrants. We have the do nothing ending. Yes, I have. I've done the murder ending. Okay. Okay, done that. didn't know if it would change.
And it did not.
And it did not. She vows to keep you very safe from now on. You're ready to find out what that means, but there's no one left to save you. You belong to the overworld now. Captured maiden. You're about halfway back to the village when you feel something is off. You would shake your concern, you look back over your shoulder. You stop in your tracks, the castle engulfed in flames. So if we're going to right, you can't return to the village like that. You have to know. You have to be sure everyone's safe. You've already taken off before the hero could even think of stopping you. You scared the fleeing demons, but the overlord is among them. Against your better judgment, you rush into the burning castle to find her. You quickly reach the overlord's room, but the door is shut tight. The handle's too hot to touch. You're too weak to force it open. You pound your fist against the door helplessly. What were you thinking? This all because you've forgotten your role. Only a hero could pull this torn thing off. You start to cough. The smoke is too thick. You can hardly breathe. You realize you haven't got much time left now. You desperately head towards the stairs to save yourself. But the fires spread faster than you expected. You won't make it outside. You can't help but laugh. What a joke. A maiden saving the world? You stayed true to your role. Things wouldn't have ended like this. Exactly the kind of punishment you deserve. You let the demon fire cleanse your rotten soul. Selfless maiden. Oh my gosh, so close. Okay. One thing I don't know if we did this ending. I don't, because we have to do trusting. Let's try this. Okay, let's leave on your own. I don't think I did leave on our own with just her. You prove yourself without anyone's help. You make a run for the Overlord's castle, leaving the hero behind. As you get closer, you start to notice a tower of black smoke darkening the beautiful blue sky. The castle is engulfed in flames. What in God's name could have happened? You scan the fleeing demons, but the Overlord isn't among them. Against your better judgment, you rush
Okay, so
into the
God
house to
exists
find
in
her.
this world.
Okay, that's selfless meaning one end.
That is one selfless maiden.
That is one selfless meaning. Two endings left. And they're her endings.
Because women are complicated. She took the longest for us to figure out.
He doesn't have a fourth one. I don't know if he does, but I don't know how to unlock it. He's covered in bleeding blood. You were frightened by the sight of him and run away. You returned to the village alone. Everyone's very worried about you. Trying to ask a question, tell him your story. Okay, that's just that ending again. Interesting. Wait, no, I just said that. What am I doing? Damn. I think I've done like almost all these. I mean, obviously I've done almost all of them. Do I just cheat and look up the last 2 bad endings so I get them on my thing?
Might as well. We're over the 2-hour mark.
Okay, let's see which one. Well, it's hard to know which one I'm missing, but just to look at all of them. Okay, there is definitely one I'm missing for Green Man, and that's probably why. But how do I get it? Yeah, I've done all the hero endings. Consumed, selfless, slaughtered. What do I have for the main? I actually don't even know. Can I look at the endings I have? Oh, I can. Oh, I can! Yeah, he is missing one.
The fact that it shows you a flowchart makes this significantly easier.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, hang on. I gotta get my notepad. My notes. Because I can't
Your
find
hand in.
my notes. Okay. So, okay. Obedient. And then the hero has to be trusting.
You must really enjoy my tragedies.
Okay, main has to go alone. Underling has to be disloyal. So I have to be the underling. Which I mean, why would this be a his ending? Stop.
Because women are complicated.
You should know better. Okay, so I guess I have to be him then. Ever obedient or antisocial. You and your friends turn to notice the maiden from earlier had overheard your entire conversation. Be bad for you if the Overlord found about this now. Toss her into the dungeon. You and your friends seize the maiden and bring her to the dungeon of the castle. It's empty save for the decorative skulls. They're only there to make it feel more spooky. The maiden is very upset. You leave her in a cell to continue scheming with your friends. Now a hero has arrived at the front gate. He's asking for the maiden, perhaps the very one you just locked up. Gatekeeper, who must have seen everything, tells the hero exactly what happened. One day you think, why give the hero an excuse to start slaughtering us? Hero yells, prepare for face justice! And other such cliche hero lines before driving his sword into the gatekeeper's torso. You're small compared to a lot of your friends, so you're able to slip away without getting cut up by the sword. You get it thinking, if this hero took down the Overlord for you, everything might actually work out in your favor. Wait for things to die down outside before poking your head out. Spot the Overlord and hero locked in battle. You wore each other down, making this very easy for you. Once an opening presents itself, you hit the back of the hero's head, knocking him out. What are you doing? Couldn't you tell this was a duel? You don't respond. You have to carry out the assassination. Tackle her, rip the shreds with your claws until she stops moving. Finish off the hero next. You can't let him revive and come after you later. Kind of a cheap victory, but it doesn't make any difference. Anyone who manages to survive comes crawling out their hiding place with your new ruler. Okay, that's why it's not a new M from him. But now we have Captor, which is very good. So disloyal Captor, and I be her this time. Okay, pay her. Okay. Leave on your own. It's just a group of demons stands just outside the entrance. They're talking about assassinating the Overlord. You immediately notice you overhear them and decide to lock you in a dungeon before you can cause any more trouble. You cry out, but demons ignore your protests. You can't believe you escaped possibly being thrown to a cell back in your village, only to be tossed in this awful place. This is terrible. Who's going to keep those demons from harming the Overlord? You hope she can fend for herself. You sure they can't. Hear the sounds of battle echoing through the halls outside. Did the hero follow you? If he's out there, your cries don't reach him. After a while, the violence seems to die down. It's impossible to tell what's happened. You continue to wait, but no one comes for you. You escape. You rot in the cell. Imprisoned made an end. Okay, there's one more ending. And I have to do it. I have to do it now. Okay, I assume this must be then the bad end if the hero comes with her, right?
Potentially.
No. It's still on the same pathway. Like he has to be disloyal. If he's Captor. What was her other one alone? They immediately notice you overheard them. The underling you recognize from 4 is the first thing. Do something. This is the way it just has to be. Suddenly attacks you. In that moment, you regret having ever trusted demons. You die instantly. Slaughter painted in. Very good. Letter flares down from beyond the curtains. You found Lost Letter 2. My love, I finally fulfilled a childhood dream of mine. Yes, that's right. I opened up my very own theater. You would be so proud. You could only see it. I know how much it would have meant to you to be on my side at opening night. Sorry for going ahead without you, but I thought if my theater could become world famous, then maybe just might want to hear it wherever you are. Wherever you are is tragedy. Okay. Well, that's it for Abandoned Theater then. Just a little cute game I thought I'd play before my next game, which is still a surprise.
It is very cute, even with all the murder. In fact, especially with all the murder and death and tragedy.
This
Well,
game also
not really
had
tragedy, more like misadventures.
this game also had a warning on it when I put it on Twitch. Has the same warnings
Yep.
that Mori had. Which I think it's less disturbing than Mori, significantly. But it's a very cute game. So yeah. I'll be back on Wednesday with a game I've been wanting to play for a while, but you won't know what that is until we play on Wednesday. What can I say? Unless you look at my Twitch page, because I do have what I'm playing after this there. And you can catch us more on Mikey's channel, twitch.tv/Mikeybuster, for either Deltarune or Mega Man, depending on Toka's availability.
Battle Network 2. They told me earlier that they've got like homework for tomorrow.
Okay, then we're playing Battle Network 2 tomorrow. So,
Good night, Twitch chat. Loves y'all. Bye.
Good night, Twitch crowd. Love you all. Bye.